Okay, so on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the worst, that feeling, that squeezing pressure
Yeah,
feeling has ever been, and 0 is no problem at all, give me a number for it for now.
5.
A 5. Okay. All right. Um, so we're going to do this in little steps. I'm simply going to, for the moment, close my eyes. I'm going to become you, which I just do by assuming that. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to generate love within myself, and I just want to see if that has any immediate effect,
Mhm.
on your own system. So, see you in a
Right.
minute. All right, check it out. Is it still a 5?
Uh, no, it's a little better. I found I just started kind of having a little gentle buzz. Like if you just take a sip of wine and it's just that really kind of comfortable feeling where your legs start to kind of tingle. That's what happened to me. So I was just kind of staying floating in that response.
All right, well, that's good feedback. But you said if might be a little better. Does that mean 5 to a 4? Does that mean it's still a 5? What?
Yeah, I'd say a 4 because I can already feel that I'm breathing. Again, it's almost like the stuff around it is getting better. When something's that tight in your stomach, there's like a inability to breathe deeper. And already I can feel that my lungs feel more open. So
All right. Well, all I really did, let me tell you what I did, and so those listening in can know as well. And there's no real magic to this. I closed my eyes. I tried to access spiritual love as best I can. Okay. And by the way, one of the criteria for how well we do this is how well we can access that state, and that takes work on ourselves, to get there, because there's a lot of stuff between where we are and where that state is. Okay, so that's what I was doing. But I would bring that in, and then I would just take that love, and I swirled it around that part of the intestinal tract. So let me
yeah,
do it. Let me do it
okay.
again. Okay. All right, check it out. Still a 4.
It feels a lot better, Gary. That one was it just kind of like I had I wish I could have had the video. I doubt the video picked up my stomach, but it started making a lot of gurgly noises and almost like air pockets. I mean, not gas, or I mean, maybe, but not anything coming out, but just in my stomach, like a lot of hydrochloric acid moving or something. It was really interesting. And it doesn't feel as raw. It feels more relaxed. I mean, it feels
Okay.
like it's not, I wouldn't call it squeezing anymore.
Well, that's interesting. I got a couple of questions on that, but let me ask you, if it was a 4, if you could give a number now, what would that number be?
You and your numbers.
I know.
I'm not a numbers person. I'm an analogy person. I probably a 2. Yeah, it feels really nice right now. It just feels it was like instead of squeezing the toothpaste, it's now just kind of full of cotton candy. It's just a kind of a comfortable feeling.
Okay, now so there's it's a kind of a semantic thing, but I just want to cover it anyway. What you said,
Mm-hmm.
the way you originally described this problem as a 5, the words you used to describe it was a squeezing sensation, is squeezing.
Right.
And you also used the word pressure in there someplace, but the primary description was squeezing. Okay.
Right.
Now, and so what I'm focusing on when I'm doing my thing is the squeezing sensation. So what you tell me now is that the squeezing sensation doesn't seem to be there. You did say that, did you not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. It's not.
Okay. So in one sense, and I'm just talking out loud now because I'm trying to learn myself, okay? In one sense, we had the ultimate success because the squeezing sensation went from 5 to a 0.
Hmm.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the whole discomfort went to 0, but the squeezing sensation went to 0. And
Right.
now we have something else. So if you don't call it squeezing now, what do you call it?
Right now, that area, like I mentioned, feels kind of poofy, like, cloud, cotton candy. So it's actually much more comfortable. I think ideally, you almost don't even want to notice, right? Ideally, it's just like my elbow. It's not even something I'm paying attention to. So the feeling is kind of like so instead of kind of squeezing like this, it's like a pushing out, you know? Well, I don't know if that would actually be air. I mean, physiologically,
I don't either. I don't either. And I'm not a doctor, but if I'm hearing you right, you have a sensation in your body, a poof, if you will, of some kind,
mhm.
that you labeled at least earlier in this conversation as a two. So is it? Should we call that you have a two poofy, not so very intense sensation? I mean, how's that?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
Does that seem?
No, but that's what it is. Hmm. I mean, at this point, that is not very uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm just going
Yeah.
to go inside and do my own thing, okay? And I'm going to address the poofiness, if you will. And I want to see what happens. I also want to tell you, as you told me earlier on, a few minutes ago, that you felt a gurgling in your stomach.
Hmm.
Okay. Both when I'm doing this, I'm feeling a gurgling as well. I'm just for whatever I don't know what that means, but I'm just feeling it as well. So okay, see you in a
That's
minute.
cool. I'm possibly picking it up.
All right, check it out. Still a two poofiness.
No, it's pretty much gone.